There we go, embassy people passing by. All right, we're still at Inferno. As you can see, I'm in the back of my car because it's really windy. The tent was not gonna last in this wind. It's a quite open field with a lot of wind coming in. So that's why I'm in the back of the car. I have Delta besides me. And I'm just gonna make do with what I have. And now here in the back of the car, I want to talk a little bit more about the ICS Vulture. Now ICS has been making pistols for a while now, and when I saw the Vulture and the look of the Vulture, I was really looking forward to start testing this one. And ICS was kind enough to send me one to start testing the Vulture. Now, specifically the Vulture Tactical. Verage. Now, when ICS released the teaser video of the Vulture, it was a video about a pistol that I've never seen a company making a video like this. It was a very nature-bound, slow video. It was not like the fancy quick shot videos about the pistol. It was actually a video with a small story. Well, at least it felt like that when I saw that video. And I will link the video here in the description so you can see the video yourself. I will show you some snippets, but the video itself, it really was like, okay, this pistol gives me exactly the vibe in that video. And that was about 3 years ago. But at that time I was testing some other pistols. So as soon as I had the chance to test a new pistol, I of course requested the Vulture Tactical. 1, because I loved the video, 2, because the tactical version is awesome, and 3, because the course was out for a year or something, and I heard a lot of good things about this, because the Vulture is built on the system of the course with the fixed inner barrel, but more about that later in the video. Because there's a few things that I want to discuss in this video, but let's start off with the magazines itself. Now I also already mentioned the Revo valve system, and I already made, I think, a video about the Revo valve system. It's a valve system that you can adjust the output a little bit by adjusting the screw on the back of your magazine. Now you can already see I have 2 magazines in my hand, and one is the green gas magazine or red gas depending on the temperature, and the other one is with the hole. That's the CO2 mag. Now I didn't have the chance yet to test this one because it came in a few weeks ago, and well, I had other stuff to do, and I didn't have the chance to test it, but I will run them through the chrono to see the difference between those 2 magazines. But that will probably be in a different place because, well, here I am in a crew area, a safe zone where I cannot shoot those pistol magazines. Both the CO2 and the green gas magazine, they will hold 15 BBs. I know it's not a lot. This is a single stack magazine, which is very similar to a 1911 platform with a single, very narrow magazine. Now, a little different on usual 1911 magazines, because a 1911 magazines will not fit in this pistol. They are a little bit more, you have a small like reinforcement on the side of the magazine, and that you have that in the grip of the pistol. You have a small opening on the side of the pistol where the magazine really nicely snug fits in. Even though it looks very 1911, like I said, the magazines of a 1911 will not fit in the ICS Vulture. Next up, we're still getting close to where we started off with the magazines, the grips. You might have noticed that this is not the standard grips. I wanted to have a little bit more difference in the pistol, and I decided to put some wooden grips from Swiss Arms on it. Now you might have seen that they have seen some damage from previous games. They are not the best quality grips, but they just look really nice, and they finish off the look of this pistol, which I basically got because of how it looks. And then with the wooden grips, it makes it a lot more it's a lot nicer for my personal taste. Now those are standard 1911 grips, so if you're a fan of any type of grip, you can change the grips to the ones that you want. The standard ones are polymer black. It's all black. I'm not a fan of that, so that's why I switched it to those wooden ones. And you might have heard the ambulance in the background. The game is still going on pretty close to me. Next part, when we go from the grips, you go to the compensator, which is the specific different part of the normal Vulture. Now, the Vulture itself is this. The Vulture Tactical has this. This is basically a compensator that will make sure that the recoil when the slide goes back compensates a little bit. Now, for Airsoft, it doesn't make that much difference. For me, the look is why I love the compensator. Now, it does help a little bit to keep your shots on target, but it's not like a real pistol. Now, to remove the compensator, there's a small screw at the bottom with a a very thin Allen key, 1.5. And once you loosen this small little pin, you can counterclockwise take off the compensator. Now I didn't only take out the compensator, but I also took out the adapter piece that is inside. It's still covering the barrel. To put everything back on, you screw it back on counterclockwise. And now with a 8mm Allen key, you put it in there, and everything is firmly tightened. Now, I didn't have a reason to remove the compensator because you don't need to remove the compensator to remove the slide, but we will come to that in a little bit. Now, because of the compensator, you have a slightly longer barrel inside of the pistol, which makes for a little better accuracy, but it is a pistol, so that few centimeters is not going to make the biggest difference, of course. Now, the standard barrel length is about 85 centimeters, and because of the compensator, it is 115 centimeters, which is a significantly longer barrel for a pistol, but for me, this is a sidearm, so the barrel length is not the most important part, even though this shoots really nice and accurate. Now in the box there's another adapter that you can add on the front of your barrel, but I would not advise you to add something else on the barrel, because then the barrel will be a little bit more heavy and it will push the barrel a little bit more down, which will intervene with the action of the slide going backwards. When I push this down, the slide is getting quite stuck. Now if I don't do that, it is very slick. From the compensator we go to the slide, and the slide is a very aggressive looking slide, and I really love how it looks with all the cutouts, with all the friction parts to be easily rack the slide. So there is friction parts in the front, friction parts in the back, and the way that they are built are different in the front and the back. Here is just a cutout saw pattern, but here is like a zigzag pattern, which is really nice. And then at the back, which I gave this pistol to a few people and they racked it and they were like, oh, this is super smooth. And then I had to tell them that, oh, did you notice the small little wings at the back of the slide? That makes it so much easier to rack the slide. They didn't notice it. But once they started focusing on that, they were like, oh, this is actually a lot nice to rack the slide, because you don't need to hold it very tightly. You can just slide your hands over it and then you catch onto the slide catch or the wings of the slide, and you just rack your slide. Those two wings on the back of the slide mean a lot more than all the cutouts that you have on the slide for easy racking your slide. Now on top of the slide you have your iron sights, or well, it is still iron sights, but those are the fiber optic sights, and this is a glow in the dark piece, which makes it very interesting. If you use this in daylight, these two small little dots will light up pretty well, and this one is very good visible. In the nighttime, this one is glowing in the dark, and these are not that visible, but because you have both of them, you can use it during daytime. You have a good aiming device, and even during nighttime, you also have a really good aiming device. So perfect choice of having a little bit of both to be able to run the pistol during day and nighttime. The slide itself is super smooth. If you rack it backwards, it's such a smooth movement, and it's one of the things that people notice when I give the pistol, like, oh, this is a very smooth racking slide, if that is the correct term to use, of course. Very nice action. Now we have the slide. Now go to all the switches and knobs that you have on the pistol. First off, this is not an ambidextrous pistol, so all the stuff is on one side of the pistol. There's nothing here, and there is a lot of stuff on this side, which is on the left side of the pistol. You have your mag release button here. There is your locking slide mechanism to keep your slide locked backwards, and then there is your safety. So you can pop this up, and the safety is it has a nice click to it, and the Carnotaurus has a very light safety. This one is a very nice clicky safety, so you will notice it when you put it in safe, and then when you want to have it off safe, you can really hear the nice click. So then now let's go to the inside of the pistol. To remove the slide, you put it in the half cocked position, same as any other 1911. You pop out the slide catch thingy, you put it aside, and then you just move the slide forward and you open up the pistol. And that immediately shows you the rail where the barrel is going to be attached into when you insert it back in. And on the top half, you can see the railed part where the barrel is connecting to the bottom part, which makes the barrel a very fixed position for better accuracy and a smoother action of the pistol itself because the barrel is not moving up and down. Now, if you open up the slide, there's a few things that you see. There is all your mechanics, your knobs and stuff like that. But the important part is your hop-up unit is located here. To change your hop-up, just scroll the wheel up and down till you get the right hop. You get the picture. There is also a small screw here which makes it possible to have a short stroke slide. I don't use it, but for people that want to adjust their pistol a little bit more, there is a screw here to short stroke your slide. At the bottom part, there's not that much to say about the bottom part. Like I said, there is where your barrel goes in, there's some rails at the bottom, but the hammer has a very nice hammer click. There is no wobble going on in the hammer. It's a very firm click, which I really like. Because I have a few pistols that if you shoot the hammer forward, there's like some more wobble going on afterwards. You shot the hammer forward. So I really like how firm this hammer click is. And that's about it about the inside of the pistol. Just keep it clean, keep it lubed, and it will run for a very long time. And you might have seen that I'm not that easy on my pistols. So I do need to take care of my pistols to make sure that they keep running. To put everything back together, you just put the top slide on the bottom half, you rack it backwards, you take the thingy that you took out, you put the slide back in the half position where everything nicely lines up, you click it in, and everything is ready to go again. Now, as I said, the pistol is ready for CO2 and green gas. And now I finally have a green gas and a CO2 mag, and this pistol is ready to take both. So I will be testing that, but not here, because like I said, I am in a safe zone crew area. And before you see that video with the chronograph, if you like this video about this pistol, go check it out on the ICS website. But also don't forget to like the video so I can keep making videos to give you more information about the stuff that I use. And of course, this video will also be on my website with all the rifles and pistols that I have. There's a nice overview of all my rifles, but also about my gear and all the other stuff that I do and I will be doing in the future. Be sure to check it out. The link of that is also in the description. And now that we had the test with the two different magazines, I want to give you a few numbers. The pistol itself is 240 millimeters long with a barrel length of 150 millimeters and it has a weight of 585 grams. And that's about all the numbers that you need to know. Oh, and the magazine takes 15 BBs. That's all the numbers that I think you need to know. If you want to have more information, like I said, go check out the ICS website for more information about the Vulture or other pistols that you might like. Now, over the years, the Vulture has been my trusty sidearm, and it's going to be my trusty sidearm for a lot of other games to come, because ICS sent me the new Corner Towers, and yes, that's a newer pistol, and yes, I look forward to start using that pistol, but this is not a pistol that I'm going to use as a sidearm. This is my sidearm, and the other one is mostly going to be used as a primary on CQB games or even on woodland games if I feel like it. But this one will be my sidearm for a lot of events to come. And that will give me the opportunity to stress test this even more, and maybe buy some other grips that, or custom make some grips, or 3D print some grips with my logo in it. I don't know, but I will have a lot of fun with this pistol. I want to thank you for being here with me to hear me rambling about this pistol that I started loving really bad. Oh, I forgot one thing. The trigger is adjustable. With the Allen key, you can adjust how far the trigger goes in. I don't know why I forgot to tell you that. Final fact at the end of the video, there is an adjustable trigger in the pistol. And with that, I want to end off the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video really soon. Bye, guys.